I just started recording and then I was getting into the whole kind of, oh, hi, welcome to the video. And then it just cut out. Turns out it was me pressing the thingy. Anyway, welcome to this flick through video. It's been a while since I've done one of these. If you're a regular to my YouTube channel, why? Really go and examine where you are with your life, I think. Have a little think, have a little sit down, little think at the end of this video. Probably before, because it's going to go on for a bit, and go, why do I watch that dude? Anyway, welcome. If you're not, my name's Allan. I run a record shop. It's called Collect and Survive. It's in North Liverpool, and I put together these second-hand records. And there it is. All right, Christmas cards, and I just put together these videos when I can be bothered. They used to be once a week, and then they came once a month, and then they came whenever I could be bothered. So I was going to do a flick through video. What I'll do is I'll do some timings so you can see new stock. So it's all secondhand, 95% secondhand. So I'll do some timings. Where shall I do it? So I do it that way. Let's do like standard stuff and collectibles. Alright, so you can go to those timings if you want to avoid all this gumph, because there's going to be a bit of gumph. So I mean, I have to put me out on sideways, because that's what all the cool kids do. You know what I mean? Just thought, yeah. Anyway, just thought I'd do that. But, yeah, obviously W stands for what? Washington. Shut up. Shut up, you. I don't have to listen to you. I'll just do what you don't have to tell me what time to go to bed. I'm a grown-up. Look. Go to bed wherever I like. In a record shop, I do what I like. Anyway, have a little look around the shop, because I've done one of these videos for ages. So let's start over here, and then I'll make my way back up there, and then we'll get through the flick through video. So in this corner, that's the way in. Once you're in, I'll shut the gate, because obviously I need customers. That thing you can hear is an Atari. You see that? Sample that. Jukebox. That all works. Just wait, that jukebox. Records on the wall. Records on the wall. Couch. Reading material and colouring books, because families come in and, you know, some of the families, they don't want to be looking at records. So they have to sit down and do all that. This is our wall of merch sheets. When they used to release records in the 70s and 80s, they put all these merch sheets in to get you to go and buy your Thompson Twins cap, or your Marillion bomber jacket, or your Rod Stewart. There's a gold chain. I'm sure there's a Rod Stewart gold chain. Yeah, Bee Gees vest. Come on, if this stuff was available, and when we're set aside in the shop, we'd be looking over here to go, right, today I'd have a Nazareth t-shirt, a Rod Stewart bomber jacket, and level 42 watch is my favourite. Where's the level 42 watch? Oh, I can't find it. Oh, don't tell me that's gone. There was a level 42 watch. It's gone. Oh, there it is. Get your level 42 watch. Brilliant. If any of this stuff is available, Gary Newman t-shirt, a Slade scarf. I'm sure there's a Rod Stewart blues on. Yeah. Look at that. Oh. Anyway, that's that. More records over that corner. 12 inches compilations, jazz, Christmas section, very popular in January. Some collectibles on the wall. More records. More records. Christmas tree. Get your vinyl storage solution stuff there. Posters on for sale, they're just mine. Sorry, it's a bit annoying when it all shakes around. Tough, turn it off, honestly, go and watch something else. I love watching these proper YouTube videos where they're all like, hey, you know, vinyl's making, I've done this before, but vinyl's making a massive comeback. Let's discuss that and more when we return. Welcome to the Collect and Survive video. And then there's some intro music. I only do proper videos, not that here. Anyway, records, hi-fi. kettle. Gotta fill that up. Let's have a cup of tea. Back of the hi-fi. Look at those cable management. Me and my mate. All right. I'm putting the kettle on, so, you know, you can do what you like, really. What else is new? Oh. Opening hours. So today is, well, I'm filming this on Thursday. I'll maybe stick it out tonight. That's the 19th. But anyway, I'm open today until 11 till 5. This is December, obviously. If you're watching this and it's January, yeah, can't help you. And then I'm open Friday, Saturday, closed Sunday, open Monday 23rd, open Tuesday 24th, closed Saturday, no, closed Wednesday, Christmas Day, closed Thursday, Boxing Day, closed on Friday, day after Boxing Day, open again that following Saturday. So what's that? 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, open 28th. And then open in between Christmas and New Year, trading days, just not open on the, open on Sunday. I'm putting the kettle on. And then parched, need a brew. Also pretty cold in here. The sort of quality you don't get anywhere else. I've changed my hi-fi around a little bit. So there's actually just it's a hi-fi now, mostly. Got my CD player that works. That's a phase meter. This stuff belongs in a lab. That and that's a BBC levels. So when you're doing like interviews and stuff, it's on eBay. It's like 30 quid. Shouldn't be allowed, you know. This should not be allowed near eBay. Right, let's get the kettle on. Right. What else was I going to say? Get me pen. I'm getting to the flick through videos in a minute. My head's cold. It's rubbish being bald. Okay, I'm doing a Christmas quiz. So I'll do the Christmas quiz and I'll put that out probably on Christmas Day. It's not going to be, I've done some stupid Christmas quizzes before. This one is going to be, here's the answers. This one's going to be 3 rounds. That's it, 3 rounds, 10 questions, point each. You know, get over it. I'll put that out on Christmas Day, obviously music related. It's not going to be as hard. I think the last ones I did were quite difficult. Also, I've got my Christmas jumper on. This is my red jumper. And if anybody knows the album that this colour scheme represents, it's the lead singer. They all have, in the band, all the band have different colours, right, of this particular album. And this is the lead singer's colours. And I got it done especially red and purple. You'd never guess the decade this was from, would you, with these bright colours. Anyway, if you win that, if you guess that, good for you. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I haven't done any, because I've not done any videos in a while, I've not done any RIPs. Sorry if that scared you, hamster. That probably did as well. It's a long story. I have a reputation for frightening hamsters. Okay. RIP, there's loads, but I wanted to call out Zakir Hussain. Zakir Hussain is a very famous tabla player. International sign for tabla, that. And being a drummer myself, of course not a proper musician, I did want to play, because all drummers like to experiment with all sorts. They all think they're Ginger Baker and we all play polyrhythms, but really most of them aren't. But I wanted to play tabla and sort of realised just how like complicated and difficult and like crazy it is to play. Sound brilliant, but just such a complicated instrument. And anyway, he was Ravi Shankar's tabla player, played with George Harrison and played with a whole bunch of other musicians right up to recently. And I think he was really credited because he was one of those in the 60s and 70s that was probably 70s onward really, that was able to bridge that gap between Indian and Western music and introduce lots of people who were interested from you know, Western society into make it more accessible, things like tabla music, and then you could get it was a stepping stone into Indian music. And there's some amazing, obviously traditional Indian music with tabla that he's done, but there's some really amazing crossover stuff, you know, bringing in more of a Western influence. And I couldn't really tell you where to start. I'll put something on links in the description, but just big RIP there. So I say get your tabblers out today. Hey, the kettle's boiled. Where are we up to? I think I better start the video, hadn't I? So should we say 11 minutes? Oh, I saw a leg. Oh, sort of war wound kicking in. Won't say that joke. 11 minutes for the flick through video. I've got time to put a tea bag in a teacup. Stay there. Great radio. I mean, great telly this, isn't it? Welcome. I might have to put some milk in my tea in a minute. Welcome to the flick through video. Let's get into it. So we've got lots. I've not done a video for ages, so there's loads and loads of new stock. A lot of it's been in and gone out, to be honest. But let me show you what we've got. Sorry, I'll have to move me brew. What a pro. Absolute stone cold pro. Been doing this for about 2 years. Shut up. New in, right. Some of this I've probably done before because it's been 2 months since I've done one of these. Melvin's Pincus Abortion Technician. This is them doing Locust Abortion Technician, right? Which is a Butthole Surfers record. Is that them doing their interpretation of it or something? I don't know. What else? These are all quite jammed in, aren't they? I told you. Quite jammed it all in. Make sure the video's still going. Jammed it all in. Right. You know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to take some out. Is there nothing worse than going to a record shop and they've got all the records jammed in? I mean, great, you've got loads of stock, but what are you doing if you can't manage it? Just at least make it accessible so I can see. Otherwise, I've got to take a load out to be disappointed rather than just flick through to be disappointed. To be disappointed at the quality and the prices. God, the prices have gone up, haven't they? More record shops, people want more for the collections as well. Will the bubble burst? I don't think it will. Sade, best of 2016 double. Sade, brilliant. Did more than that record. Stopped just singing that song. Got quite a bit of Tom Petty in. I never really choose the best lighting here, do I? Tom Petty. I'll put them there. That Atari is playing some the same music. It's doing my head in. Normally I have music in the shop playing over it. Yeah, so got quite a bit of Tom Petty. Went back down on 12-inch. That's great. Played that in the shop. That's a great tune. There's more Tom Petty. I think I've just pulled a couple out here, but I've got all from the first album up to about the third or fourth album, I think. Look at that. Now, if you know my thoughts on Steely Dan, I like Steely Dan. I just don't like everybody going on about Steely flipping Dan all the time. And it can get a bit sugary sweet for me, Steely Dan. You listen to it, you're like, it's a bit much. You want to go and put some Motorhead on or something, you know what I mean? Break it up. But I just love this album. This Don Fagan album. It's just great. And of course, it's what is it where it's like, is it onomatopoeia where the sound is as the word? Is that onomatopoeia? I always get onomatopoeia and alliteration mixed up. Sorry, Mum. I know you're telling me right now at the screen. I think it's onomatopoeia, isn't it? So that sounds as it looks. That's what I'm trying to say. People will phone me up. Why didn't you know that? Got loads of 12 inches in the shop. Some are collectible, some not. If they're not collectible, you just go out for like about a couple of quid each in the corner. There's a big stack of them. But then you get some interesting ones. This, like Two People, Mouth of an Angel. Never heard of it, but apparently collectible. 80s, would you guess? Dancing to that Atari music. New Order. Got a bit of New Order, quite a bit of Joy Division in. War of the Worlds. This is the abbreviation. The highlights. That double album comes in all the time. Sudan, Aja. I think it's called Aja. It's not like Donald Trump then. Aja, I think it's pronounced. The police. Synchronicity. Every time I get a police record in, I write some hilarious abbreviation of the police. So it's either like fuzz or busies. I'm 52. I'm 52. 52. Still makes me laugh. 10 years after Cricklewood Green. This is an original. It is a stereo. See that? Blue stereo. It's Decca. Decca used to do this on their albums. Durham. Is that all part of Decca? Decca, yeah. So you see on loads of Stones album, don't they? They used to do this. They put this hole in the top right of the back, and the inner sleeve will be coloured for stereo or mono. Red being mono, blue being stereo. Yeah. Anyway, it's only £8 because it's got a couple of jumps on it. Otherwise, that would be, I don't know, a bit more expensive. Paramania, the Leps. Kind of undecided about Def Leppard because I just don't like the way that they, on their albums it's just like, I'm on Hysteria. Joe, what's his face? Thanks like a golf company. It's like, it's not really for the music, is it? If you're like thanking a golfing provider, you know what I mean? Titleist or whatever for supplying your golf clubs. Come on. I know you're all gonna make a living, but those people don't like Iron Maiden. I don't really understand why. I say, talk about being corporate. I mean, these guys are ruthless, aren't they? Fired loads of people who weren't up to scratch, Steve Harris particularly. But but you wouldn't have the records that they subsequently made. Anyway, let's not get into that. I remember hearing this in the mid '80s. I think it's '84 came out. And I remember hearing it when I wanted to start playing drums, and I was like, oh my, I'll never be able to play drums like Nico McBrain. I just was so so many good songs on here. Obviously, Phantom of the Opera, Lucasade, Daley Thompson, Lucasade song, and I mean, it goes without saying, The Trooper. I remember hearing The Trooper, thinking, what? And then I settled my cushions in my front room, and I had the video, which I've got over there, Live After Death, and tried to play along to it, and I could neither afford the spandex or the drum kit, and just never really ever got the chops down. So anyway, happy retirement to Nico. He's just retired, hasn't he, from Iron Maiden. Something like 42 years playing. What a great drummer. Queen Gracious Hits, multi-squillion seller. Does it have Under Pressure on? No, it doesn't. Some of them did. That doesn't. What's this? Avant-garde doom metal. So we have a load of mixture of stuff in here. Avant-garde doom metal, 2020. Sightless Dog. I mean, get it in your collection. Pink Floyd Animals. UK First Press, Thick Spines. I don't know. Interesting, isn't it? That's actually, they put that pig in the air over Battersea. Went to take over loads of days, take photos of it, and apparently it escaped and landed in somebody's house in Surrey or something. Hey, that's what album covers, son. And stuff like that. Beau Brummels. The 60s pop, isn't it? Am I going to get through these records? Probably not. Van Morrison, Astral Weeks, Van the Man. Eagles Long Run. I'm sure I've shown you all these before. Beasties sample that record, don't they? Fleetwood Mac, Tango in the Night. Saw one of these. To some dude who came in and said he's giving it to his family member in the States. I said, well, you can bring him back if there's a problem, but it's a bit of a way. Farm. Early 90s. This was not my scene at all. I just wasn't into any of that kind of Manchester or extending out to the northwest. I just wasn't into any of that. James, or I wasn't into Stone Roses. Didn't like any of it. Black Grave, Happy Mondays. Ugh, no, didn't. However, I did go see the Stone Roses later, and they were brilliant. ELO, excuse me, Discovery. Madge, Like a Prayer. I'm not going to get through all these, am I? Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. solid blue triangle inside. Just kidding. If you get one of these, it's got a solid. See that triangle? That's on the label. But if it's like that, and you can see through it, fine, normal. But if it's solid, that's the first press, and I mean, there's loads of them around, but if you get a very, very first press, then they're worth quite a bit. Knickerbocker's got quite a bit of Floyd in, and some interesting early BBC transcripts, and some Sid. I've showed you this before, but some Sid BBC sessions and Peel sessions, and all sorts of interesting Floyd stuff. So Floyd is your thing. Give us a shout. Elton John's first album. Roger Waters. ABBA. Proof that your uncle was a pop star in the 70s. Don't ABBA just look like everybody's aunt and uncle from the 70s? They do. And everybody had beards. Not the women, obviously. Unless it was on like a Benny Hill or Mikey Elwood or something, but everybody had beards from about the age of about, I don't know, 12 or something. Everybody had a beard in the 70s. Heartbreaker by Free. Got some Beatles stuff. Well, I'm sure I've shown you this. This stuff for the interview disc, but I've got a load of more Beatles. That's the US stereo albums. They came in. Not the more recent pressing, but an older 70s, 80s pressing. Enter the Wu-Tang. Now that's an album. Great record, that. That's just a new pressing of it though. More Steely Dan, greatest hits. More Steely Dan than you can possibly want, bought at the Macro. Get those records in with these Macro stickers on. The Macro. The Macro is, I think the Aldi took over from the Macro, didn't it? The Costco took over from Macro, didn't it? Yes. Rush, Crest of Steel. Loads of Rush. Loads of Rush in. Houses of Holy, loads of Zeppelin, originals, more of some expensive first presses and some more affordable 70s European represses. Reinhard May live, don't know, looks folky. Don't know. Gonna play it. Got a poster in it, it's got a massive poster in it. Don't know, looks folky, doesn't it? Give that a little play. Queen Greatest Hits 2. Right, I'm gonna have to rattle through these. Genesis Duke. Right, loads of Genesis in here. There's a great documentary on YouTube, a 2-hour documentary of Phil Collins being interviewed in 2022, and it's about his drumming, because he's a drummer, right? Actor, drummer, songwriter, forced into being a singer, great songwriter. Right, so, I only really like the later Genesis, right? This is an astonishing album, I love it, right? However, obviously, lots of early Genesis is meant to be brilliant. I struggle with it, and I don't know why. I just got a bit bored by it. I'm going to give it another go. Selling England by the Pound, meant to be classic. Nursery Crime, is that their first record? With Phil Collins? And then this is meant to be the classic, so I'm going to give it a go. Well, I'm going to give all of them a go, so I'll put them out. Anyway, otherwise just coming for that. Genesis. Best-selling record in the shop. I'm going faster because I'm running out of time and I'm just jabbering. Jethro Tull. That is Living in the Past. It's like a box set thing, is it? Booklet. Inside there. More Billy Joel. Stranger. I'm going to stop now. Right, I'm going to stop. I'll do the rest later. There's more. I'll carry on. Let's get into collectibles. Oh, you missed. Oh, you missed that. Oh, you missed all that. Oh, you missed some. Oh my God. Missed some great stuff. I'll have to put them in for next time. Right, collectibles, 24 minutes. What have we got? Welcome. When I say collectibles, I just mean a bit more interesting. They could be original presses. They might not be worth a load of money. Just a bit more interesting stuff, right? You know what I mean? Ooh. You with me? Okay. There's Mr. Tambourine Man. I think that's just an original pressing of it. Like, nice condition. Is that on CBS? Yeah, orange. Freewheeling Bob Dylan. Standard UK press from 66. Don't know. round about then. Nice, CBS. Loads of Smiths is coming. The Wellbone Listen, that's some sort of collectible version of it. The Lintone pressing. Bit expensive, that. Strange Ways, Here We Come. Nice copies. The Smith, Portuguese. 12-inch of Shakespeare's Sister. That's in really nice condition. Right, this is an original Euro, never mind, from the period. There's 2 skips on it, and the skips are annoyingly right on the end of Smells Like Teen Spirit, and right at the beginning, I think it's on Come As You Are. Or Polly, it's on one of them. But it does, there is little small skips now. These are over £100 records in really good condition. So otherwise, there's no crackles on it. It sounds great. It's just got the skips, so I've just graded it as good, which is a bit frustrating, but it's got skips on it. And then from the same collection, this original Lust for Life, which is the same. It's got a skip. It's got a skip at the end of Lust for Life and on the beginning of The Passenger. I mean, the two big hitters, but it's original. There we have it. More Tom Petty. Put this in a collectible just because it's his first album, isn't it? And it's a nice pressing of it. Full Moon Fever. That's the most desirable one, isn't it? What people go after that. Apocalypta plays Metallica Volume 2. Unplayed. Cocteau Twins, Treasure. Nice condition. Not really that super collectible. I'll put it in here because it's been they re-recorded this, haven't they? They reissued it, and what they did was they've used AI to kind of remaster some of the instruments, particularly the drums, and the bass is I mean, it's just about there, I think, and Freddie's voice. So the thing that jumped out to me was, I mean, Brian's guitar is always really strong anyway, but they just made it much clearer. But the drums are completely different sound, and the drums were awful on the first album, really, and they're not that brilliant on the second and third album, to be honest. I think that's more the quality of drums at the time. Anyway, sound like boxes, but they sound really good. But this is the original. It's just a great album. It's just a great record. So Keep Yourself Alive is brilliant, but on the ones being redone, sounds ace. Anyway, I've got the original there. I'm sure I've showed you these before. The Roots Phrenology. Errol Garner, Magician. That's a new pressing of that. Scott Walker, Scott's first album. I've got Scott 1, 2 and 3, I think, in stock. Got loads of copies of 1 for some reason. Space Oddity. Obviously not the original. Rainbow Rising. Yeah, I think I showed you that. Albert King. These are represses on Vinyl Me Please. John Mayer, Colosseum. Stones, Rolling Stones, Unboxed Decca, 2A, 3A. This is a nightmare record to try and work out which version it is. Not collectible, really, but just a flipping great record. Aerosmith Rocks. Back in the Saddle, great. Last Child, straight into Rats in the Cellar. And they used to open with Rats in the Cellar live, didn't they? It's a great record. Ziggy. Kraftwerk, Man Machine. So the Ziggy is, it's got the picture inner, it doesn't have the fan club or tour thing in it. I've never seen one of them. It's an insert, quite famous. 1E, 2E on the Matrix, if that's your thing. And I'd say Fiji. Normally the covers are absolutely wrecked on these, but that one's okay. Man Machine. And then I've got some interesting other records. I'm going to run out of time. How are we doing? Yeah, running out of time. Going to skip them. If Joy Division is your thing, pop in. I've got a load of JD here. Okay, pop in for that. Depeche Mode. I'm going to stop at 30. The Wall, original. Bit of George Harrison. Bit of Sabbath. More interesting Joy Division. Placebo, Ghosts, and let's end with this Macca, Unplugged, official bootleg. Great record that. I think it was the first Unplugged, wasn't it? So, let's leave it there. Right, don't forget, opening hours. I think I've just told you them. I can't remember. No. Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, and then the following Saturday. Okay? So, have a lovely Christmas. Make sure you catch my Christmas quiz. And support your local businesses. Bob downstairs did a great video and a few posts on the high street in response to a famous large stores, the brand, saying don't go down the high street, which is crazy, isn't it? Because a lot of these shops, most people shop online, don't they? And all these shops, they will disappear because I don't make a profit in this shop. It's more of a hobby, and it's a struggle. I don't think many smaller shops are making that great a profit or living. I can't talk to them all, but it is a struggle. So please do support them if you wish to do so. All right, see you later. Have a good Christmas, everybody. Bye bye. I can never get this.